the Coral Kingston handicap. They are all in. Quite a long hold. They're off and racing. Mortlake not the best away, a little slow into stride, also towards the back early Aragon Castle. Brioni from wide out, as grabbing hold into battle. Holly Doyle looks across, and Sisyphean also from a wide gate, moving forward early. There's a long run until we have the right-hand bend. In third is Watch Your Matey, Midnight Gun, the grey horse on the inside of former stable companion Into Battle, with Approval between them in the light blue as Sisyphean has crossed over to the lead. Palace Green is about 3 from the back. Towards the rear we have the likes of Sun and the slow starting duo still towards the rear of Mortlake, just preceded now by Aragon Castle. So making their way across the intersection towards the upper part of the racecourse, and out in the lead Sisyphean by just a length from Brioni in second place. In third at this point is Watch Your Matey. In fourth is the grey Midnight Gun with Approval in fifth. Second half of the field finds Palace Green. Into Battle's just drifted back in the field, is in seventh place ahead of Sun, Aragon Castle, and last of all is Mortlake. So they're making their way into the straight via the top bend. Cut away at the 3.5 furlong point is only a couple of furlongs away. Sisyphean trying to fill the tank. Brioni in second place. In third, Watch Your Matey in the black and yellow. Staying to the rail is Midnight Gun ahead of Approval. Then Palace Green towards the inner. Still towards the back Into Battle. Sun. Mortlake is towards the rear with Aragon Castle. So making their way towards the cutaway. 3.5 furlongs to travel. Sisyphean has the advantage. Brioni towards the inside goes Midnight Gun towards that fresh strip of ground. Behind these Palace Green. Down the centre of the racecourse we still have Watch Your Matey in company with Approval. Midnight Gun putting it to Sisyphean and has drawn alongside relatively comfortably. Brioni is in third place. The others from the back struggling slightly to get on terms. Approval, Palace Green. Now Aragon Castle is the horse right down the outside who's making some progress, and Approval switching amongst horses. Midnight Gun, Approval, Sisyphean still there. Brioni also rallying for Vincent Ho. 4 of them going to the line together. Approval on the inside, just home in front I think for Brioni. Midnight Gun, Sisyphean all less than a length apart. In fifth, Aragon Castle, Palace Green, Sun. Back markers Mortlake, Watch Your Matey and Into Battle. Approval has got home by about a head I think from on the outside Brioni, who responded well to the urgings of Vincent Ho. In third place will be Midnight Gun and Sisyphean in fourth. Approval. Up the inside, Tom Marquand and William Haggis. Squirmed amongst runners. Holds off Brioni, who's run well. Third place goes to Midnight Gun. Sisyphean in fourth. Approval wins the opener on day 3.
4 Highclere thoroughbreds. Tom Marquand riding for William Haggis in what was, a 4 or 5 way go at the end there, Leona?
Yeah, lovely to have those tight finishes, and I honestly thought when Sisyphean started to kind of tow with Tom at the start of the contest, I thought they were going to go too quick, but the pace has held up. You know, they were kind of 1-2 early doors, Sisyphean and Brioni, and they've managed to kind of hold that pace up in the end. The only horse who's got involved probably from the back really was the winner, I think, Approval. He's come from quite far back. He looked a bit awkward, Jace, there. He's just got his head to the side, Approval, and he looked hard to pull up as well, so he's still green.
Yeah, thankfully for Tom, there's been a little gap, and he didn't need a second introduction because he was leaning that way. And you talk about a bounce back to form. Now, he backed up very quickly after Windsor. I think 12 days into the Royal Meeting. He'd had 40 days off this time around, so back under himself. Back
tactics as well. I'm pretty sure he went off on the front end in the Golden Gates handicap at Ascot, and with those kind of races with loads of runners, there's always so much pressure. It'd be hard to hold on from the front, so he took a sit today, got a bit of cover and wasn't too far away from not a particularly strong pace, so was in a good position to pounce when he needed to. And Tom Marquand in that familiar drive. Let's hear from him with Matt.
Thanks very much, Francesca. Win number 70 of 2024 for Tom Marquand, and that was a beautiful ride. Different tactics to Ascot.
Yeah, very. We kind of felt like going into Ascot, he obviously went and won as novice at Windsor in impressive fashion from the front, and that day I made the running just by default, almost being Windsor, and he half felt like he expected those tactics going to Ascot, and he just did far too much, and it's a track you can't get away with it. Took him out early and down today. He gave me a completely different feel. It was more relaxed, and I won't say he was easy on the way round, but after going a couple of furlongs, he relaxed good, and I knew sort of we were going to be half in business. When to come out with the challenge, and he just leant into the right, and do you know what, Goodwood being Goodwood, sometimes you just have to brave it, and we got the most beautiful run in up the back of the favourite, and the split to come after, so he's done really well to win.
It appears to be a brave but very sensible decision last night to put a bit of water on the ground, Tom. How did it ride compared to yesterday?
Yeah, look, it's gorgeous ground. We're probably back to where, sort of, not too far away where we were. Maybe you've got a tiny bit more of a print on it, but Ed does a remarkable job of his track. You're up on the downs, it's subject to a lot of wind and sunlight, and it's not easy to get right, but as we always see time and time again, he does a very good job of it.
You've got Big Edge tomorrow, you've got Chagrin today, big chance Chagrin.
Yeah, I think so. Look, you'd have to say arguably just this season so far has been showing really well, just not quite having everything come together, so I'm hoping back down to the 5 where he was at Ascot after running so well on a sharp track should suit him really well.
And of course they've had the Melbourne Cup here this week. You were canoodling up to the Australian officials as best you can, because your nickname, of course, for our viewers who don't know, is Aussie Tom. Has it almost felt like being at home here?
I don't know if they want me back. No, in all seriousness, they were great. Obviously last year Holly and I went down, and Holly rode in the Cup. I was a bit too porky to ride any of the ones that were going spare, so look, hopefully we'll get back down there. I'll definitely be back down for the autumn, and it's been a place that's been pretty kind to me, so yeah, looking forward to trying to have a bit more fun down there as well.
Marquand, class in and out of the saddle.
Yeah, Tom riding his 14th Goodwood Festival winner for trainer William Haggas, his 26th. Won his first here, he won't thank me for saying this, in the 2003 Moulcombe. That was Majestic Missile. Approval here won at 11-2, led in by Remos Khan on the right here. Brioni was second at 22-1. Midnight Gun went off favourite and finished in third. Well done to the Highclere Thoroughbred Syndicate team, who I imagine, Francesca, as always, will be hearing good numbers.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of owners involved in this one, and an important winner for them at Glorious Goodwood. I imagine it'd be a meeting that they would target specifically. Aussie Tom, Tokyo Tom, everyone wants a bit of Tom Marquand. Goodwood Tom, does that work? Not sure. Anyway, he is riding high here.